Hello traders, welcome to the LFB and our global video charting review for the equity and exchange traded fund markets for Friday, the 13th of May 2011. My name's Marco Haig from the LFB Trade Desk. We ask that you do pause the video and read the disclaimer posted before proceeding. Taking a review of the news wires for this week in the global equity and ETF market. Very quiet in regard to anything other than earnings. We are running through to the completion of most main markets having globally absorbed earnings, and in the US we've still got a few big players to come, but most of the earnings reports have been what's instigated movement in the equity markets in the near term. And when we are into earnings season, we do understand that the technical reviews can change tack very quickly at this point in time when we do have the docket full of earnings reports. We do understand that the technical reviews may then lag in regard to producing a signal on potential movement. Looking at the near-term charts on S&P 500 as Friday has just opened up the trading session on Wall Street, the overnight momentum that was generated with a bounce off support from 1328, and that was in the US session. The overnight trading session was able to hold support at the 1340 area, but as we can see, just as Wall Street cash markets get underway, there's a pullback as the cash market realigns what happened overnight. Looking at the SPY, the spiders, this is the exchange traded fund that tracks S&P movement. We can see that we've had a fairly volatile period of trade during the course of May with a roller coaster ride of price action. We've got plenty of gaps in price at the open and the closes of the 9 to 5 ETF trading session, but really unable to break the range. 132 is solid support on the spiders, and 136.50 is solid upside resistance. The LFB trade team have been calling in the daily client notes just for consolidation around these price areas on the S&P, but also pointing out that it is dangerous in earnings season to expect too much from a technical setup that's forming to be able to easily follow through. Earnings will determine the direction of trade, and then we'll step in and use the technical outlook to then guide us as to potential intraday price points of note. The swing point on the S&P today is at 1340, and we're going to expect plenty of trade activity at that price point. We've already hit resistance 1. We plot these out for clients at 5 o'clock each evening, and at 1352 we've already hit that overnight. It's going to be difficult for the S&P to get up and break that on Friday. If it does, 1360 is the upside target. Looking at a break lower, if we do break lower below 1330, we're picking up solid support at that 1320 area. Taking a look at the Russell 2000 here, again very disjointed. Had a long signal actually on the Russell that picked up 834, targeting the 850 area. That paid out, but got caught in the pullback on the commodity and equity markets that we're seeing recently. The Russell 2000 really doesn't give us any more of a clearer picture at this point in time than the S&P. Very choppy, very overlapping, and a high level of consolidation with a very large trading range. The average trading ranges on all of these commodities, equities and ETFs is very high. The amount that these things are moving on an intraday basis from the low to the high indicates that there is speculative interest in these markets, but there's no institutional volume to be able to make that break. Volume is dramatically low, and it's probably for good reason that retail investors are out in general of this equity market. You're much better off tracking the equity movements and trading the consequences of those 24-hour day on the foreign exchange market, which is massively liquid and virtually impossible on a day-to-day basis to manipulate the major currency pairs. So all in all, the equity review at the moment as we wrap Friday up is to sit on your hands, be patient because there's no real strong signals coming out of these markets at this point in time. If you are interested in getting further subscription detail from the LFB, if you want to upgrade your subscription to get a little bit more data and information from the trade team, or if you're on a trial period and you do now want to move into a permanent membership, if you go to services at the LFB website, services, you'll find the subscription page and you can either contact customer care who will take care of you, or you can go through the automated process of signing up for services. Thank you very much for making the LFB an integral part of your trading day. We are here to support you, whether you trade equities, ETFs, commodities, or like more and more people, trade the reactions in those markets via foreign exchange.